So, folks, last week, a male teacher in the United States shared a video of his female students helping him unbraid his hair. So there have been a number of criticisms about the teacher's actions. The teacher mentioned, and I quote, "If were I a female teacher, wouldn't be the comment saying, oh, this is weird or this is inappropriate." So for this morning, and in our Manversations discussion, and that's the video we're talking about there, teacher-student relationship, are the lines blurred? I'm not certain I understand the question in the first place when you say, are the lines blurred? Maybe what I said earlier, that were it a female teacher, this wouldn't be an issue. And I'm not certain if it is an issue in the first place, but obviously this teacher is being given a hard time. From what I understand, what I read, they weren't forced to do it. They wanted to do it. It wasn't like the teacher said, if you don't do it, I won't feel, you know. Nothing like that went on. And I don't know if you remember recently at a local school, there was a graduation practice, and one of the young men at the school, his hair was a little bit heavy, and the cap, the graduation cap, couldn't fit. Right. And the teacher said, "May I just give a little haircut?" Everyone agreed that the student, it wasn't a problem. But then a young man at the school videoed that and posted it and was suspended and did not graduate because he posted it, even though, from what I understand, it wasn't, it was like the teacher said, "Come here, boy." I went, the student actually say, "Yeah, man, we don't have a problem with that." And so I don't know if the lines are blurred. What do you think?
I don't think the lines are blurred either. From time immemorial, I'm sure you'd have situations where some students are closer to some teachers, and not in an inappropriate way, by the way. Mm-hmm. Right? Some teachers are closer to some students, same sex, opposite sex, right? And as far as I'm concerned, as long as there is no inappropriate action, then as a parent, I'm fine. Yeah. I think we live in an age where sometimes things are easily taken out of context. And we also live in an age where I think from time to time people overshare. For me, in this particular instance that we just saw on screen, why share it? He set his phone up and did a whole thing, right? And he narrated, because the video is on TikTok. So what you saw on screen was just a kind of a time-lapse.
But let me play devil's advocate. Right. Why not share it?
Because literally not everything needs to share. Let me tell you.
Yeah, but what's the issue with it, with sharing it?
Because
so you look at it, and what is your issue with it?
No, because it's not so much that I have an issue with him sharing it. Personally, I wouldn't have shared it, right? But we're in a situation now, or he's likely in a situation now, where he's invited a lot of unwanted attention, unwanted criticism for something that really and truly was just a moment with his students. But
you still don't tell me why him shouldn't share it. I understand what you're saying.
No, because
I thought we were having a discussion before we came on air, and I'm suggesting that it's really the kind of relationship you have with your students. I think everyone knows I'm a football coach. Right. Every single time a St. George's student, a male student, scores a goal, them run come hug me up.
Right.
We have a ball when the next team score, them run come hug me up. I don't know if some people might say, "No, sir, I don't like how that look." Right, I'm a father, and I'm a father to these kids. I mean, they have their parents, don't get me wrong, but I try to be a father to these kids. And by the way, it's not compulsory, I never tell anybody, say, "You better come home."
Right.
Even though I kind of use it one time, my man never scored for about 9 matches. I said, "Bridget, in a long time, hug me up." I said, "Coach, I hug you up 2 times today." And he scored twice. And hugged me up 2 times. So I guess it's the type of relationship. And right. I speak to the kids about this. And I tell them, this is not compulsory, so if you don't feel so, you don't have to do it.
Right.
It feels good because I'm a parent.
Right.
It feels good. And these youngsters, believe it or not, sometimes that's the only place them get a hug. Right. Believe it or not. Yeah. And I make no apologies for that. But At the same time, it depends on the relationship you have with a student. So if a student say, Coach, me not just hug up thing, me not go say, hey boy, me have to hug up. No, then we move on.
But so let's take a look at teacher-student relationships, right? And you are here now just talking about your relationship with your players as a coach, which is healthy, right? Or what we would describe as a positive teacher-student relationship. And there's a question being asked, what do we believe is the strongest indicator of a negative teacher-student relationship? How has technology and social media complicated that relationship? And where should the line be drawn? And for me, it's, again, I don't think that everything has to be shared, because now, for example, you've brought a lot of unwanted attention to yourself, to the students, to the school, right, about a discussion that I don't know it's absolutely necessary, because we have enough information in training teachers and so on about what lines not to cross. Did he cross a line here? I think his comment about if it were a female teacher, it wouldn't have drawn a similar level of criticism is true. It's an honest thing for him to say. And given that you know that, just try and avoid the situation. That doesn't mean that still do your own answer.
What if you look at it the other way? So Clive is a parent. His child don't go to that school.
Right.
And his child probably don't have that kind of relationship. And Clive might watch it and say, no, sir, I wish my teacher who teach my child did have that kind of relationship. Because them nice, man. Them look like them I enjoy themselves.
Right.
There's no animosity there, no friction. Anybody say, me don't want to do this, They were actually having a good time.
Right.
What happened if you look at it that way?
No,
that teacher looked like he would get more out of those kids than somebody who say, you can't touch me,
Right.
So I don't know. But that's my feeling towards it. I really don't think it is as big as maybe some other people.
You are making it. Yeah.
Anyway, that's it for Manversations. Hey, Tammy.